Christ. I mean, we should just do Loveline. Do you remember Loveline?
No.
You were never. That was like a late 90s, early 2000s thing on 91X with Adam Carolla. That's where he got his start, kind of, where he did the late night with Dr. Drew, and it was him and Dr. Drew just taking calls, and Dr. Drew would give the medical advice, and then Adam would be like, here's your problem. You're sleeping with too many chicks with chlamydia. you know? You're looking for the wrong.
You're sticking your pencil in all the wrong places.
Yeah, don't try and sharpen it in a dull sharpener.
Yeah, don't put your CD in an old CD player.
So Adam Carolla. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, well, let's get to it. Hang on. Ready? Yeah. One, two.
No, we're 10 minutes. We're going to do this for 10 minutes, or
yeah, 15? We got to clap.
I know, but how long are we doing this for specifically?
I don't know.
15?
I'm watching the clock.
Okay, let's do it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. What's up, everybody? My name is Timmy D, and that is
Engineer Evan.
And this is part 2 of the Christmas episode. We're virtual rail fanning today in the snow. I can't see anything.
No. Blizzard.
So thank you so much for tuning in to the Railroads Rock Show. Let's highball. Northern Arizona.
In the snow.
It's
snowing.
Have you ever been to this main line? Have you ever?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
oh, yeah.
This is one of my favorite places when I tour to watch trains. Flagstaff.
Yep.
Amtrak station in Flagstaff is one of my favorite places. I remember we played, it's the Hotel Monte Vista. If you ever go to Flagstaff, go to the Hotel Monte Vista, go to Monte V's. That's where when Pullman Standard's on tour, we play at Monte V's. It's like a 100-cap bar, so not a lot of people could fit in there, but the place is always packed, and it feels packed because it's so small. But one of the best sound systems.
So did you ever play in Williams at all? Or have you been to Williams before?
Williams where?
Williams, Arizona, just down the street from Flagstaff.
Oh, you're talking about where the Grand Canyon Railroad is?
Yeah.
No. And I know that there's like a couple bars there because you have all the tourists that stay in the hotels. Yeah. Every time we're leaving Flagstaff going back towards the West Coast, I always see it. I'm like, man, this would be a really cool place to maybe jam something.
So the Amtrak station for Williams is literally in the middle of the forest. Like, it's like 3 light poles, 2 signs, and a poorly paved platform off a little pocket track, right?
Well, that's the kind of stuff that I want to model.
Right. Well, I
would love to model that.
I found out they don't even stop there anymore. They just highball. They go to Flagstaff now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's right down the street, man. It's like 20 minutes away.
I know, but it was kind of, you hate to see a small town lose a train station where you say you go anywhere in the Amtrak system and get on a train and end up at that town.
If I was the transportation, if I was Pete Buttigieg, I would start reinstating a lot of these stops.
I know.
What's a couple $100,000 in the budget to just revamp the stations? Have a security guard there 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And
let me tell you, we're in the middle of the northern Arizona forest. It is
beautiful
out there.
One of the first times I ever saw a moose. I'm gonna get morbid first.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. One of the first times. Wait, where are my glasses?
On your head. Don't want to see what you're looking at.
Yeah. Are you kidding, man? I love these glasses. They're so comfy.
Dude, exactly.
Out of a lot of the glasses that I have owned, these ones are my new faves. First time I saw a moose. So we're getting morbid. First time I saw a moose.
Do it. I'm ready.
We're leaving Flagstaff to go to Gallup, New Mexico, and we're all of a half hour, not even a half hour, like 10 minutes down the road, kind of near where that quarry is outside of Flagstaff, that Red Rock quarry.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And traffic is dead stop. It's 2 a.m. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we kind of are slow. Traffic starts going again. And I see all these police lights up ahead of us, not in the distance. I mean, we come around the bend, a couple 100 yards away. Wonder what's going on. There's a semi-truck that's been kind of jackknife and off the road. I was like, oh, shit, somebody jackknife. And this is during the winter. And as we're getting closer, I just see the antlers. Moose antlers are huge, man.
Yeah.
And this thing has been hit by this semi-truck. The whole front cage on the front has been bent in, and there's that moose just laying on the ground, just done for. But it was like, holy shit. That's when you really grasp the size of something, because those antlers were taller than our tour van. Like, they were higher than the tour van. I'm up in the front seat and looking, and I'm like, oh, my gosh.
And then the next 2 in the morning, and you saw smoked moose on the front of an 18-wheeler.
Smoked moose, man. Dude.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't stuck to the 18-wheeler. He had hit it, and then it had gone.
I didn't even know moose migrated this far south.
Me neither.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Maybe, it was a moose. It was the palm racks, where it's like it almost looks like a bowl with fingers when you see them.
Yeah.
It's not like elk when you see like elk or caribou where it's big antler sets. This is a moose. Yeah, my man.
Wow, that is insane.
Then again, I could be wrong. Maybe it was an elk, but it was huge.
I'm sure
it had to have been
a moose. Steer, right? It wasn't some
No.
steer
It looked like a moose. I mean, it was laying on its side. Yeah. Next time I saw a moose, we were really high. We were leaving Sturgis, and there was a whole bunch of them off the side of the road, and that's up in South Dakota.
Right.
And we were coming back down. Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. So what are we looking at? There's no narration here, so I don't know what.
Dude's just standing out in this blizzard, like a stick in the wind.
This is by Phoenix Sub Railfanner. So go give that guy a watch and a like, because I like how steady he is, and I like he's actually letting the trains pass and then go.
Thing, yeah.
Oh, he's fading out. Ooh, boy's getting bougie. Look at that, smoking GE. Surprise!
This looks like Williams right here. Actually,
I love this. Whatever this is, what's going on here?
Maine. This is the. Is it Maine's the Summit?
Yeah, but what is that little spur? What are these cars? What are we looking at?
Some ballast toppers. Yeah, some ballast toppers.
Are those
like
covered?
Santa Fe one right there? That one on the end. Yeah.
Do you think those are covered, or do you think that they opened them up, like they grilled them open?
Well, maybe the two Santa Fe ones look like they were covered and they cut them open.
Yeah, man. What's up with those ballast cars that always hang out in San Onofre?
Nothing. They don't do anything with them.
They just
sit
there.
They just sit there. Yeah.
Do you ever talk to the track crew from those guys, and they don't know either?
I think that like back in the day, when Metrolink was still maintaining their own tracks with Metrolink crews and stuff, they used them all the time. But now they contract that, man. Herzog has their own equipment.
Look at this.
So when you rent it, you pay for all of it.
H2-9, got an H1.
The big smoker is the H1, yeah.
Of course it is. It's probably keeping everybody else warm. Then you got a 44 DC. That's an old school 44 DC. It doesn't even have the lifters on it.
No. Yeah, there you go. There's your ones right there, 65.
Yeah, there you go. That's a ES44 C4.
C4.
And then I love those JB Hunts, man. I always one of the things that they were always way more expensive, the Thrall cars that Walthers did.
Yeah.
Remember that? It's like you could get the Athearn Maxi 3s, and you could build a train for under $200 back in the day. For like $200,
Yep.
You can get a bunch of those things, and you have a 30-car train immediately. And Athearn used to do like cheap. Do you even remember? Not cheap, but inexpensive. I remember it was like $1. You could get two. What is it? APC or APL?
Yeah,
APL.
Oh, they weren't weighted.
American President lines.
Yeah, they weren't die cast. The Walthers ones are die cast.
But I mean, you could get the American President lines containers from Athearn, and you get a whole train of the APLs.
Yep.
And what was the other thing that they did? They did. I mean, that was pretty much the whole run that they would do. I think. Oh yeah, actually, APL Southern Pacific. Do you remember the 48 footers?
Yeah,
and then they did the Santa Fe with but those would always sell out.
Of course,
everybody wanted those. But yeah, then all the other containers were Walthers containers, and I'm trying to think who else did because this is back in the day. This is pre. I mean, now containers are. It's like purchasing another piece of rolling stock. Every 2 containers is like $40.
That's ridiculous.
It's like we are at a day and age right now. Well, look at this. Hey,
nice.
Passing each other. Well, we're at a day and age where you could. It cannot be that expensive to produce containers.
You know it's not. I
mean, that's you know what? Maybe that's just that's where they make up on the back end.
It probably costs them $2 to assemble and paint a container, and they sell them for what, $15-16 a piece. More than that now.
Oh, dude, per container?
Yeah,
it's about $20 a container.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That is nuts. That's dumb.
You know, it'd be fun if we were able to actually interview that guy from Scale Trends and be like, look, man, you don't need to give us the exact figures, but like each model you sell at MSRP, how much are you exactly making, like taking home? Do you take home 10% profit? Because that can't be that much.
I don't mind on the actual rail cars with the wheels, because you're subcontracting a lot of stuff. Okay, they have these kind of wheels. Like Walthers, I think, does all their own stuff, though. They have their own couplers, right?
Yeah.
They have their own wheel sets.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's all in-house, then what the hell are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, you guys must be actually making an arm and a leg. And I say that restrictively because here we are thinking that, I mean, model railroading is still big business. You wouldn't have conventions all over the country if there wasn't money to be made. You wouldn't have all these models if there wasn't money to be made. At the same time,
it keeps getting better. Right when I think it can't get any better, it just keeps getting better. Like the sound decoders and the realistic sound files and the LED headlights and the speed matching.
Remember when flat screens first came out and it was just pretty much a TV with a flat screen. It was still this deep.
Yeah.
You know, 500 pounds. Lifting that up was just impossible. But then all of a sudden they came out with actual flat screens, LEDs and LCDs, liquid crystal displays. And they were like $2,500 to get a LCD that was 36 inches.
One thing I want to point out with this new Heritage engine I have, it might be the most complete locomotive that I've ever bought. It has the full, like the rusted wheels, the lights, LED lights that flash. It's got the right decoder that you can add all your own sounds to, the speed matching, the details, hands down, like the see-through grills, like you get the goddamn camera, the outward facing camera on the engineer side.
Oh yeah,
like that thing's
that's
like
what's up.
Timing.
Yeah,
and they put every little. It's all.
I love
specific
the grills.
Detailed
I love
locomotives.
the radiator grills back here. How they're raised too. They're lifted.
And I
mean, this is like the first run where they're not. But
if I can be afforded a moment in time, for when I turned 18, a buddy of mine was doing custom sound right when Lock Sound first hit the market.
Is it Lock or Loke?
It's Lock, Loke, whatever. Tomato.
Yeah, tomato, potato.
Helena, whatever you want. Yount. So
Amarillo, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, La Jolla, La Jolla.
He worked for BNSF, and he would go down to the yard when he was at work, and he would put a recorder up, and he would just run the engines, and he'd take the sounds, build a file.
Right.
He also did custom LED lights, and with all that too, I spent an entire paycheck. He took an Atlas -A40 BW, and he put the custom lights and sounds and all that. Ended up being about $300 in 2008. Huh?
What was it? A Santa Fe BW?
Yeah, 578. Yeah.
I had 580. The Heritage too.
Yeah.
I missed that unit.
And I remember when I ran that engine on that layout, it was like I felt like everyone was here and I was up here because the lights and the sound were game changing.
Yeah.
Nowadays I set that engine up, people are like, that's okay. That's cool. Yeah. Let me show you this. You're like, damn.
Dude, some of the stuff, but that's the other side of it is, like I said, so you had flat screens, then LCDs, then blah, blah, blah. Now, the TV we're watching this on was $70. About that at 70, it's a smart TV. We could log on to the internet. We're watching this on YouTube right now. $70. You know? It's like, holy shit, flat screen. That thing, I carry it around like a notebook.
Yeah.
You know? It's super light. I put it upstairs. It's in my breakfast nook in the upstairs. And then when we record these episodes, I bring it down here. I love this train. Look at this. Gosh, man.
You got to dig the ace on the point. That's really cool.
I love, the 3-car, what were those? Maxi 4s? What would be the designation?
I don't know.
Because you had one of my favorite set of cars, and they still are around, are the Maxi 1s and the Maxi 3s.
Of course.
The Maxi 1s were the 40-foot well cars that had that flat side to them. And then you had the Maxi 3s, which were 48-foot well cars, which I heard a lot of those got repoed and then cut down to 40.
Yep.
That's intriguing. And then there was actually a set of the bulkhead. Remember those?
Mm-hmm.
And the only people that did those, who are the people that made those models? You got to call.
Nope, just text.
Anyways, do you remember those? The bulkhead, the high bulkhead?
Yeah.
Who did those?
Who made them?
A-Line.
A-Line, yeah.
And remember, do you remember that before A-Line had them pre-assembled.
You had to assemble them
You
yourself.
actually had to assemble
And
them.
those things were so
They were in a
hard.
flat kit.
So hard.
I remember how juiced I was.
When you get one working, yeah.
I bought 2 of those, and then I'm trying to think if it was Bill Keller. It was either Bill Keller or George Thomas. I think it was Bill Keller because he had an airbrush. I had them finished, and I was like, "Can you airbrush these for me?" And he brought them back to me, and they were. I had a set of Southern Pacifics and Santa Fe's, and so I had a red, and then that Yuba yellow. That Southern. I love Yuba yellow because that's actually like a Krylon color or something. Look at that! That -9, that was rad.
Fake bonnet.
I love how we're not even watching this.
I know. People, yeah.
They're like, wait, what about this? Comment on this.
Yeah, you're virtual
Fine,
rail
we'll
fanning.
comment.
What are we doing? Yeah.
Yeah, what are we doing? All right, let's.
Robinson,
You know what? Tell you what. For the next 10 minutes, we're not going to talk stories of. That's not true.
That's not
going to happen.
We could do 2 things at once.
Maybe it was. Yeah, we can. I've chewed gum and walked before. Oh, what is that? What's the designation on that? Williams Junction.
Alliance to OIG is Oakland.
Oakland. And that's
OIG is Oakland International
So
Gateway.
where exactly is Williams, Arizona? Williams Junction. Where is that? This is.
So this is the junction.
Wait, is this is that the Grand Canyon Railroad behind it? Is that the valley?
No. Well, yeah, it's going that way, yes. But so this is where the P-Vine, which is the Phoenix line, comes together.
I love the P-Vine
with the main line here. Yeah.
There's a great video. We have to virtual rail fan the P-Vine. This guy does amazing drone stuff. Yeah, there they are.
Yeah, Econostack.
That's what we were talking about. See, I'm glad we actually chopped it up a little bit about some of that stuff because now you can see it, what we're talking about. You know, one thing I will say about this line specifically is it is double track and it is never short of trains going over it.
Ever.
Every time I have been to northern Arizona, there are, if anything, there are trains backed up.
Oh, yeah.
You will see, and the thing is where the freeway goes up and over, around, and next to, and you'll be driving through the trees. There's a great set of track about an hour west of Flagstaff where you're like snaking up and over the track on the freeway. You're bending one way and then the track goes underneath you, and then you bend the other way and it goes, to your right, and then all of a sudden you get up alongside it, and then you're alongside of it for, 2 miles, and then you go up and over it again. It's really cool, man. It's really cool because you see a lot of railroad traffic as you're doing just that 20-mile stint.
Is this that TFM engine? It is the TFM.
TFM where? What are you talking about?
There, number 4.
Was that an SD70 Mac attack?
Yeah.
That's a 70 Mac.
Yeah.
TFM, what does that stand for?
Trains from Mexico.
That's very obvious.
I think it's Transportacional Ferrocarril Mexicana.
I love. Mexicano. Look at that. There's
Ferromex.
Ferromex.
I should think it's Ferromex.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
Ask Josh. Go ask Yoshi.
Yoshi?
Yeah. You know Josh, the steamer dude? He was down there on Tuesday. He's from TJ. He comes up from TJ. Josh. Yoshi. His nickname's Yoshi.
At the meeting?
Oh my God.
We have a lot of Joshes, and none of them are clicking.
Way to go. Way to go, membership coordinator.
Is that the cable wrapping guy? What? Why?
No, that was what was that guy's name? Was his name Josh too?
Yes.
You're right.
I'm thinking of 3 Joshes, and none of them are meeting any of the criteria you're talking about. Ostrovsky comes up from Mexico. That guy lives in Mexico?
No, he doesn't come up from Mexico. Yoshi, long-haired Yoshi. Mexican dude with long hair.
Oh, Fabio.
You call him Fabio?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's got this long hair. He looks like Fabio from those commercials.
He does not look like Fabio.
It looks like he's going to pull out I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
He's got a dad bod, bro. He does not look like Fabio. Bruh, if he was built like a brick shithouse and had long hair, I'd be like, okay, that nickname matches.
I'm trying to throw a compliment his way, man.
You know what? I like Yoshi.
Next time we're going to be at the club, all of a sudden he's going to pull out I Can't Believe It's Not Butter and be like, start spreading it on some
like Yoshi.
bread.
I like Yoshi. I mean? If he's
Yoshi? That's what you call him, Yoshi?
Yeah.
I thought mine was bad. Why Yoshi? I gotta know.
Maybe I'll tell you another time, man. But right now, that's Josh, man.
That's Josh.
That's Yoshi.
I thought we called him.
I love
Josh
the breakup of this train.
AHQ.
What's going on? This train's effing long as all balls.
Yeah.
Why do we have such a mixed rate? What's going on?
I missed the symbol, but those are insulated boxcars, so that's probably from Modesto.
Which way is what? Which way are we looking?
They're going east. They're going east. Yeah. West is toward away from camera.
Okay. Copy that. Look at that. That single bulkhead flat car. I took a picture. I have my 4 bulkheads over there. That's actually no. What is that? Crappy iron brown boxcar.
Ethanol?
Oh, are you talking about all these guys? No, I was just talking about that one bulkhead flat. I love center beam bulkhead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Center beam flat cars. Do you know there's like certain cars on the railroad where you're like, I don't know why, but I just like I like that kind of car. Like I was telling you the last time about the ACF center flows.
Yeah.
I just like those over the PS3s.
Yeah.
PS3s could suck it. Dude, I wish they weren't so expensive, but for good measure, they are expensive to buy.
They are really expensive to buy.
But they're worth every penny, man. I've got 3 of them right over there in the corner. And when any company that puts out those type of tank cars, they do a damn good job. Athearn does a good job. Who else puts out?
Scale Trains.
Scale Trains has a good set. You know what? I also though I have a set of. I have my beer cans. They're upstairs.
Cosnino.
But you know what I'm talking about? Those 20-foot beer can tank cars. I want to do at least a 30-car train at some point of those cars. I don't know why. Maybe because they're just like the little underdog mini, like. Where are we at now? Where did that say?
This is Cosnino Road. So this is the east side of Flagstaff.
What? Are you sure it wasn't Coconino? It's Coconino.
Cosnino.
Okay. Because the Coconino County, that's Flagstaff. Look at that. Man.
Or maybe it is. I don't know, man. Back it up if you don't believe me.
No, I don't want to back it up. That ruins the magic.
I know.
We had JB Hunt and Schneider. Schneider,
Yeah, Schneider doesn't even ship on BNSF anymore.
What?
Yep.
When did this happen?
Recently, they're a UP exclusive now. And they also don't have any trailers. It's only containers, too. If you see a Schneider trailer, it's not owned by Schneider anymore.
Sign of the times, baby. As my boy Mason always said, you could change with the times, but don't let the times change you, bruh. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these companies, they rise and fall like...
That's a little bit of that's a tidbit of wisdom right there. You can change with the times, but don't let the times change you.
The times are a-changing. So you best be changing.
Stop shitting on my point.
Yeah. That's my own trucking company. See that E? I'm secretly a truck contracting owner.
You know what is it? What is the ONE? The One Networks, the pink.
Oh, One, yeah.
Yeah. What is that? Ocean One?
Ocean Network something Express.
Ocean Network Express.
So it's God, what were the 3 that merged? K-Line was one of them. They merged.
We need to start our own.
We should. Yeah.
Container company. I looked at the numbers, man. Leasing containers, like people that actually buy containers and then lease them out, they make bank.
Yeah. So did you notice?
We're going to start the railroads rock containers. Yeah. We're going to put that symbol on the side and start our own.
Go
lease
figure
fleet.
this one. UPS got rid of most of their containers and they subleased them. They sold them, and now those companies sublease them back to UPS. Yeah, I don't know if that's got something to do with like overhead maintenance costs or something.
Oh, that's just stupidity.
That's just how fast these things change. Like you see all of a sudden they're like consolidating. Oh, we do all our own containers all along. All of a sudden, overnight they're gone. It's a third-party agency. It's cool. Kind of makes it interesting, man. At least you're not getting bored when you're watching these trains.
Exactly, and also it puts a bookmark on a timeline for you. Because if somebody models a train and they're like, well, I'm modeling 2014 to 2018, be like, okay, that makes sense. But all of a sudden, if you see somebody says that, like, oh, I'm fully modern, like this is a 2024 train,
right?
And then they put Schneider containers in their train. Then you can just piss all over it and be like, accurate. You're wrong. You're doing it wrong
so fast.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was rude.
Yeah.
That was so rude. All right, one more train.
Well, I think this is our TFM train. It is the TFM train.
Ooh, well, then maybe we have to do 2 more trains. I don't know.
I like this one. It's a good one.
I love this. Well, no, but that's what I mean. I love this cut right here. Where are they at?
Cosnino Road.
think it's Coconino. I gotta be honest. Coconino.
If a lot of those vowels are silent, then I'm buying you a
Look
beer
at that.
tonight.
That's the small.
Yeah.
That's one of the old small H2s. No, okay, so folks, for those of you who don't know, and I'll put a picture up here, there's two types of H2s on the Dash 9s. If you look, it was the H2 on the Dash 9 that had very thin BNSF letters, and then what I like to call the comic book letters, where they took them and it's almost like they just stretched out the, you know what I mean? Like the letters were big and kind of bubbly looking.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that.
That was that time period where they were kind of experimenting. They were tweaking things, right? They knew they liked this H2 paint scheme, so they went.
Why'd they keep it?
Well, they did, but the letters were so small.
I know. I'm just bitching because they went to the swoosh. We got to be different. Like, what happens when Warren Buffett dies? He owns. Sorry to get morbid. Here we go. I'm double morbiding, but Warren Buffett, who I have met, and he's none of the he owns BNSF.
Yes.
Outright.
Yes.
So what happens when he passes?
Then
what?
Well, I mean, BNSF stands for Buffett's New Santa Fe, so I mean, it's already got his name.
I thought it was better not Santa Fe. Did we make a theme song?
It's a whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, it is.
It's beep 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 beep. That's the vulgar version. Get it?
No.
Personally censoring myself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what we did. Look at that flat car. I'm going to come back and actually do something. That is rad. I love that. Wood deck flat cars. Bulkhead. Look at that. The wood. Why are you laughing, dog?
I don't know.
Look at this random red tank car. Hey, yeah, man.
It's trying to be different.
I'm sure. That's going to fade like... Insert joke. Dude, this train, there's some rad rolling stock on this train. And some random, really cool graffiti. Look at this. What does that say? Ooh, Harp 2. And of course, we get to the rad BNSF. What is that? That's different than that one. What is that one? That's almost like a PS something else. It's like, you know, I just love the rounded-sided hoppers. Who makes those? Trinity Rail? Gunderson?
Yeah. They're Trinities.
Trinities. Right? Somebody comment, please, and let me know so I don't feel like a felonious...
Hotbox, get your phone out. Google
felonious
it now.
mopery. This is all... Look at these. They're all so different. Have you know what? They almost look like they're... Have you seen like a lot of the hoppers in Australia, like on the Hammersley Iron and some of the stuff that they do, where they look a lot like our hoppers, but they have that little bit of difference to them. I don't know. They're still running F units out there, so that's cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Only their F units are double sided. You notice that?
Yeah,
the Australian,
they're smart. The intern can walk from one end to the other without having to get off.
Are they?
Yeah.
Walking from one side to the other to not have to get off.
If it's snowing, do you want to get off the engine and get snowed on and then get back on the engine?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen many pictures of Australia covered in snow.
Well, maybe it's dust storms. It's something dangerous. It's kangaroos coming to attack you.
Heat.
There it is.
You don't want to get out in the heat.
Yeah.
There we go. Another cool set of flags. What are those? Are those like iron carriers or like I-beam carriers? You know what I mean? When they have those. What would you designate that kind of flat car
I can see like a pipe load or some sort of...
Oh, you're right. Costanino.
Yeah.
Costanino. Costanino? Maybe it's Spanish.
Costanino?
No, there was no little Enya. There we go. Yes, 44 AC, and then a DC, and then a 44-9, another -9. One way that you quick spotting feature people.
That's the 1111. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. What 1111?
That was the -9 1111 in an H2 paint scheme. I swear to God, I just saw it.
I'll see it in the editing room.
Yeah, do it.
That's rad.
That is really random.
It's random and rad because it's in an H2 paint scheme, so it has the 3 windows, though.
I guess. Yeah.
It's like old school.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
That.
Look, that is really neat.
That is wild.
That's like a circus maneuver or something. What's going on here? I always love seeing stack trains where all of the containers. There's another one. You think there's a reason for that?
They're trying to be original.
Why don't they put that on top? You think the guy loading these
that I don't get. That
recessed flat cars, because they could put it up on top, it would still do the trick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what? I want this to look cool. I want to put a container on top of a set of iron. And that does it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning into the Railroads Rock Show. Remember, not only, I don't even know what I'm about to say.
We're going to talk about our next signal here.
No. I was going to get to that, but thank you so much for following and doing all that fun stuff. Comment and blah, 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 blah. You can follow me, Railroads Rock and Roll, on Instagram, and it is important. Right now, if you change the handle, though,
I think you're right.
Then people are going to watch the old episode. Oh, I checked out this guy. I don't know. All I got was a bunch of hamburger joints.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, bratwurst.
Okay, for 2024, in 2024, I'm going to change my handle name.
Why? Because people are going to watch the 2023 episodes and be like,
okay, fine, I won't.
He doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Why don't you just create a new one?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I could do that. Well, then that would be the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Just keep it the same. Don't change it.
All right.
Don't change it.
Michigan Subdivision on Instagram.
Oh, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Oh, my God.
No impromptu.
Take care. Thank you for tuning into Railroads Rock Show. We'll see you next time. And don't forget that your most important signal.
It's your next one.